We often encounter references to the right to freedom of speech in Hollywood movies and American news, citing its protection under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. As citizens of a developed, democratic, and free nation, it's a common assumption that our freedom of speech is safeguarded to a similar degree. But is this truly the case? The answer is simply no, not in Constitution and not in any federal law. Only Australian Capital Territory and Victoria has passed laws to protect human rights, including freedom of expression in those regions. These laws take inspiration from the British Human Rights Act 2003. Yet, a significant distinction exists between these local acts and the British legislation. In these acts, government bodies violating human rights are immune from legal action or remedies like damages, unlike the British context, where such bodies can face penalties. Let's pause for a second. Not only human rights and freedom of speech are not entrenched in our Constitution, they are legally protected only in one state and one territory. And in these regions, the government bodies, as the main institutions that have the power of breaching human rights or freedom of speech, are granted protection. Isn't this absolutely ridiculous? So, in absence of any constitutional protection or statute law for human rights and freedom of speech, only the common law or the case law can safeguard human rights in Australia. Only cases such as Nationwide News vs. Wills, 1992, and Australian Capital Television vs. the Commonwealth, 1992, or Unions NSW vs. New South Wales, 2013, provide some legal basis for human rights and freedom of speech in Australia. But on the contrary, there is a long list of legislations that restrict freedom of speech. Criminal Code Act 1995. Broadcasting Services Act 1992. Racial Discrimination Act 1975. Classification Act 1995. Telecommunications Act 1979. Australian Security Intelligence Organisation Act 1979. And other acts of various states and territories, such as Summary Offences, Obstruction of Public Places, Amendment 2023, SA, that was recently passed by the Labor government of South Australia. And as if we did not have enough restrictions, the Albanese government has introduced the new Combating Misinformation Bill that allows government to basically combat any idea by labelling them as misinformation or disinformation. Interestingly, according to this act, whatever the government says or does cannot be considered misinformation or disinformation. Now we can see that according to the Australian governments at all levels and all times, human rights are not important and worthy of protection. Freedom of speech is not important and worthy of protection. But there is only one voice that must be enshrined in the Constitution. And that is the Aboriginal people's voice. We are all humans, we are all Australians, and we all must have the same rights. Let's unite and vote no together. Share these videos with your friend and family. Talk to them logically and invite them to vote no.